Hello, I'm Catherine, a MAC Group Coordinator. Today I'm going to walk you through a health and medical MAC Group process based on a real scenario that is pertinent to today. The call is from Jose, an emergency manager from one of our coalition hospitals. He reports that his hospital is experiencing a concerning shortage of IV supplies that may leave them without the most critical resources within 10 days. Although Jose's hospital's pharmacy and logistics have been expertly managing the supply issue, the impact is beginning to reach the bedside. The shortage stems from the manufacturing environment in Puerto Rico being severely compromised by Hurricane Maria. This is the 7th call about the same concern in the past 2 days. Although the hospitals have used the Hospital Memorandum of Understanding, they are all experiencing or anticipate experiencing a critical supply shortage. The coordinator reaches out to her public health and healthcare delivery system agency administrators to discuss the situation and determine whether to activate the Health and Medical MAC group. Having received approval, the coordinator initiates activating the MAC group. She contacts her pre-designated agency representatives to convene their first meeting. Meanwhile, our agency representatives leave their institutions to gather in person. The coordinator, having prepared carefully, begins the Health and Medical MAC group meeting. She starts with introductions, knowing that close working relationships are key to the success of the group. Next, she reviews the working guidelines, confirming willingness to adhere to them. Then the coordinator walks through the ethical framework to remind the group that all decisions are made in alignment with its 4 foundational principles, which are common good, prudence, justice, and respect. Next, the coordinator provides an informational update on the regional situation status to the group, covering a situation assessment, potential impacts if the situation is not mitigated, and other challenges related to the emergency. For the meeting's discussion, the group reviews and prioritizes issues to address using the incident and issue prioritization criteria. They determine policy recommendations to address. They develop critical resource allocation criteria. Also, they determine the need for technical specialists to inform policy development and resource allocation. To complete their work, they develop a uniform communication approach to ensure consistent messaging to the public. Lastly, they determine the need for contingency and strategic planning. Let's take a look at what the group accomplished. We ensured understanding of the regional situation status, prioritized current issues to address, and agreed on regional policy recommendations to create. We developed critical resource allocation criteria in case of a scarce resource situation. We determined the need for a technical specialist group to develop supply use recommendations. We planned for institutional and public information dissemination. We checked each decision's alignment with the ethical framework. Lastly, we set a meeting schedule to continue our work. Now it is up to the coordinator to ensure that everything decided during the meeting actually happens. This is why the coordinator position is such a critical resource. You certainly don't want a shortage of MAC group coordinators. Shazam!